An old rumor whispers through the corridors of occult history that somewhere, hidden in the shadows of forgotten libraries, exists a book not meant for ordinary eyes. A book said to summon beings of light, not demons, not spirits of the dead, but angels, the luminous architects of destiny, the silent watchers who shape the unseen currents of reality. Most dismiss these stories as myth. Yet the further you travel into ancient manuscripts, the deeper the mystery grows. Every culture, Sumerian, Hebrew, Persian, even early Greek mystery schools, speaks of a sacred text capable of bridging the divide between humanity and celestial intelligence. A text so powerful that it wasn't simply guarded, it was hidden. But why? Why conceal a book that could elevate consciousness, reveal destiny, or awaken dormant abilities in the human mind? And more importantly, if it truly exists, what does it actually say? Today, we step into that mystery. In this video, we'll unravel the legends surrounding this enigmatic manuscript, explore its alleged origins, decode the philosophy behind angelic contact, and examine how its teachings may still be used today. We'll look at why ancient mystics believed angels could be summoned, not through fear, but through resonance, not through command, but through alignment. And before we dive deeper, I want to remind you, if you're someone who truly seeks connection with the unseen realms, I've created a powerful guide just for you. 5 ways to talk to the universe and actually get an answer. No BS. It's linked in the description and my bio, and it will give you clear, practical methods to open that channel of communication for yourself. Now, let's step into the mystery. Long before the rise of organized religion, long before angels were depicted as gentle figures in white robes, they were understood as vast, radiant intelligences, forces rather than personalities. In the ancient Near East, they were the shining ones, intermediaries between cosmic order and human chaos. These beings appeared in Sumerian tablets, Zoroastrian hymns, Hebrew mysticism, and even the cryptic symbols of early alchemy. And woven subtly through these traditions is the recurring mention of a forbidden or concealed text, a celestial book, a manual for communion with the higher realms. Some historians believe these references point toward the Sefer Raziel, a legendary Hebrew text said to have been revealed to Adam after his exile from Eden. Others draw parallels to the Chaldean oracles, or the lost teachings of the Magi, priest sages who believed that divine messengers could be summoned through sacred geometry and harmonic incantations. Still others trace the lineage to Hellenistic Alexandria, where scholars blended Greek philosophy with Jewish mysticism to craft early forms of angelology. But regardless of its exact origin, the idea remained consistent. There existed a book capable of lifting the veil, of offering humanity a structured way to communicate with higher beings, not through worship, but through understanding. Philosophically, this raises profound questions. If angels are not just symbolic archetypes, but conscious patterns of divine intelligence, then summoning them isn't an act of magic, it's a form of attunement. Much like tuning a radio to the right frequency, ancient mystics believed that certain words, symbols, and mental states could align the human mind with celestial vibrations. So why was this knowledge obscured? The answer is simple: power. Knowledge of this kind threatened the priesthoods, empires, and institutions that needed spiritual authority centralized. If any individual could commune with the divine directly, the mediators, the temples, the scribes, the gatekeepers, would lose control. Thus the manuscript became hidden, fragmented, encoded, passed from mystic to mystic, whispered about, never fully revealed. And yet, pieces of it survive, and the deeper we go, the more they begin to form a pattern. To understand how a book could summon angels, we must first understand what ancient mystics believed angels were. Not winged figures descending from golden clouds, but conscious patterns of light, intelligent frequencies woven into the fabric of existence. Imagine reality as a vast ocean of vibration. Every thought, emotion, and intention sends ripples through this ocean. Most humans create small waves, flickers of energy that fade within moments. But angels, according to esoteric traditions, are like tidal forces, immense, structured, and capable of reshaping entire currents of destiny. So how does a book interact with beings like that? The first layer of the mystery lies in language. Not language as we know it, but primordial language, symbolic sound patterns believed to mirror the architecture of creation. Ancient magicians claim these sounds were not invented, they were discovered. The book allegedly contained specific combinations of these sacred syllables, each acting like a tuning fork for the celestial realms. When spoken with precision and intention, they didn't command angels. They called them the way a perfect harmony calls a resonant note into vibration. But sound alone wasn't enough. The second layer involved symbols, geometric diagrams, said to represent the pathways between dimensions. These were not mere artistic flourishes, but blueprints of cosmic order. When meditators focused on them, their consciousness aligned with the subtle patterns angels inhabit. It wasn't magic, it was resonance. And then came the third layer, state of mind. The book emphasized that one could not approach higher beings with fear, greed, or desperation. Those emotional frequencies distorted the signal, attracting chaotic energies instead of luminous ones. Only clarity, calm, and a sense of inner equilibrium could form the bridge. Story after story from early mystics describes the same thing. The book was not a tool for summoning beings against their will. It was a manual for elevating the human soul to a place where communication became possible. But even within these stories lie contradictions and secrets omitted. The book did not just explain how to call angels, but also why doing so was considered dangerous. If the first layer of this mysterious manuscript taught the mechanics of angelic contact, the second layer explored the paradoxes, the warnings, the veiled truths, and the deeper meanings behind summoning celestial intelligences. This is where the stories grow stranger and more revealing. Ancient accounts suggest that the book emphasized a crucial principle. You do not summon an angel. You summon the part of yourself capable of meeting one. At first glance, this seems poetic, but in many esoteric systems, angels were not seen as external beings flying through the sky. They were higher expressions of consciousness, fractal extensions of the universal mind. To meet an angel was to meet a more luminous version of reality and a more luminous version of yourself. But this led to a profound danger. If a person attempted to summon an angel without first stabilizing their inner world, the encounter could magnify their unresolved fears, shadow traits, and illusions. Not because angels were malevolent, but because light reveals everything, including what we try to hide. This is where myths and misconceptions began to emerge. Some claimed the book could control angels, but genuine mystics rejected this outright. Light cannot be controlled by ego. Others believed the book granted divine power to anyone who read it, yet initiates insisted the opposite. The book only amplified what was already within the seeker, clarity or chaos. Another compelling insight found in later fragments suggests that the book may have contained multiple layers of coded meaning, almost like a spiritual encryption. To a casual reader, the text seemed like prayers or strange formulas. But those trained in numerology, sacred geometry, or Kabbalistic permutations could decipher entire hidden chapters. Some symbols only revealed their meaning after long meditation. Others shifted significance depending on the emotional state of the practitioner. And then there was the ultimate mystery hinted at in various traditions, that the book wasn't really a book at all, but a living structure of consciousness, something that could rewrite itself as the seeker evolved. In other words, the manuscript didn't just teach you how to reach angels, it tested you, it changed you. So, how do we translate all this ancient, esoteric knowledge into something you can actually use in your life today? How can you begin to align with higher intelligence, whether you call it angels, guides, the universe, or your own expanded consciousness? The key is to work with the three pillars the ancient manuscript emphasized: sound, symbol, and state of mind, but modernized, simplified, and grounded. 1. Sound, the frequency of intention. You don't need archaic syllables or lost incantations. What matters is vibration. A simple, powerful practice is to speak a clear intention aloud, slowly, deliberately, and with steady breath. For example, reveal what I need to understand. Guide me toward my highest outcome. Show me what I'm ready to see. Say it once. Say it with presence. You're not summoning something external. You're tuning yourself to a higher frequency of awareness. 2. Symbol, focusing the mind. You can replace ancient sigils with a modern equivalent, a simple geometric pattern like a circle or triangle. These shapes help stabilize the mind and direct attention. Here's a practice. Draw a circle on a blank piece of paper. Sit with it for 3 minutes, breathing slowly. Focus on its completeness, its balance. The circle becomes a mirror of your inner state. When your mind quiets, subtle impressions, ideas, intuitions, nudges begin to surface. These are often the first forms of guidance. 3. State of mind, the true gateway. This is the most important pillar. You cannot receive higher insight from a place of panic, desperation, or emotional turbulence. You don't need perfect inner peace, but you do need coherence. Try this. Close your eyes. Place one hand on your chest. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Out for 6. Do this 10 times. This exhale-dominant breathing signals safety to the nervous system, and clarity follows. When your mind settles, synchronicities appear, ideas arrive at the perfect moment, dreams become vivid, intuition sharpens. You begin to notice the subtle answers the universe is always sending. A warning the ancients would approve of. Do not approach this work with obsession. Do not chase signs. Do not force revelation. You are not pulling divine intelligence downwards. You are rising upward to meet it. Consistency matters more than intensity. 5 quiet minutes a day can shift far more than one dramatic ritual. In every age, seekers have searched for that one hidden text, the elusive manuscript said to contain the formula for calling angels into the human world. Yet as we've journeyed through its legends, teachings, and warnings, a deeper truth emerges. The real power of this mysterious book does not lie in ink, symbols, or secret syllables. It lies in transformation. The ancient mystics understood something that modern spirituality often forgets. Higher beings are not summoned by force. They are recognized through resonance. To reach the realms where angels dwell is to elevate your consciousness, refine your intention, and step into a version of yourself that is clearer, more awake, and more aligned with truth. Whether the manuscript was a physical book, a coded teaching, or a living structure of consciousness, its message points toward the same revelation. You are the instrument. You are the bridge. The summoning was never about calling light from the outside. It was about uncovering the light already within you. As you begin working with sound, symbol, stillness, or any of the practices we explored, you may notice subtle shifts, moments of insight, gentle synchronicities, dreams that feel more vivid, intuitive nudges that appear exactly when you need them. These are not accidents. They are the first signs that the channel between your awareness and the higher realms is beginning to clear. But remember this, revelation comes to those who prepare themselves for it. The ancient book tested the seeker before revealing its secrets, and modern practice is no different. Patience, consistency, and humility will take you farther than any ritual ever could. And if you feel called to deepen this journey, if you want real, practical tools to open that communication with the universe, don't forget to check out my ebook, 5 Ways to Talk to the Universe and Actually Get an Answer, No BS. The link is in the description and in my bio. It's a direct, no-fluff guide designed to help you strengthen the very connection we've been exploring today. In the end, the question isn't whether the mysterious book exists, but whether you're ready to become the kind of person who can read it. Let that question linger. Let it work on you. And until next time, stay curious, stay open, and stay aligned with the light.